Facebook. This is CDNY-Live, and we have great music to start us off. So Becky and Rachel, start us off with some great tunes.
Right. We're gonna start off with we're gonna start off with a Shoddish. So if you're feeling like moving your body, you could move it in a Shoddish kind of way, perhaps, or any way you feel like, because it's Zoom. One, two,
Thank you so much, Becky Tracey and accordionist Rachel Bell. We will be hearing more from Becky and Rachel as the show goes on, but I just want to welcome everyone to CDNY Live. My name is Cynthia Shaw, and I'll be hosting tonight's event. We have such a great lineup for tonight. As you heard, Becky and Rachel will be our featured guests tonight, and they'll be playing a whole bunch of sets for us live, which will be just really wonderful. And they will also tell us about upcoming projects and a recording project that they're both working on. And they will also tell us all the names of the tunes that they're playing. So this is going to be a really exciting musical evening. So thank you, Becky and Rachel. Additionally, Jeff Bary, a dancer and our great video editor, is our featured chef tonight in the Messy Kitchen, and he will teach us all how to cook chocolate cherry almond tort. So make sure you have your pens and pencils out, ready to write down everything that Jeff tells you about how to make this tort. And then, of course, there will be other surprises, so stay tuned. Now, CDNY-Live is sponsored by Country Dance New York and performs on the second and fourth Thursdays of every month through the end of June. So we only have 2 more performances after this evening. You can find the schedule on the CDNY calendar at cdny.org, where you can also make a contribution in support of this program and the many others offered by CDNY. CDNY has been very, very busy supporting artists throughout the pandemic, so we are very, very grateful to CDNY for all of their support. We also thank all of the donors who have donated to CDNY. Now, during the show, you will be muted, and that we are also live streaming the show on Facebook, where this performance will be archived, as well as this performance will be on our new CDNY YouTube page. So you can look up CDNY on YouTube and find this performance. If you're on Zoom and you're having any trouble with the platform, please feel free to put something in the chat box and somebody will help you. All right. Speaking of the chat box, which is located in the lower center of the Zoom screen, feel free to comment there during the show. And if you see someone's name there that you don't know or you haven't seen for a long time, well, send them a private chat and say hello to them. It's really nice to reach out and to have people reach out to you directly. I always feel very special when someone reaches out to me directly, so make sure and do that. All right, now for the fun stuff. So here's my question to all you people to put on the chat. What did you do last Sunday? Now, I know that I had a live Zoom audition, and then afterwards, David and I went to a local French restaurant, and we had a brunch there, and we had Prosecco, and because the owner likes us a lot, he gave us like a lot of Prosecco, so that was pretty amazing. And then we had a beautiful walk in Prospect Park. So, what about you? What did you do this past Sunday? Post it in the Facebook chat and let everybody know. All right, so now I'd like to invite Becky and Rachel to teach us a song. The one that they've chosen is called I'm a Beggar. It's a traditional Pennsylvania song which they learned from the singing of Vivian Richmond. So even though we'll all be muted, I want to encourage everyone to please sing loudly and lustily. So take it away, Becky and Rachel.
Okay.
So this song, when we found this song, we felt like it was extremely relevant at that time, and then you'll see when you hear it, it feels like it's gotten more and more relevant because it's kind of about seeing and acknowledging need in the world and how we respond to need and how we feel need ourselves. So your part goes, Lord, you know I am poor. Try that. Lord, you know I am poor, but I'm knocking at your door. But I'm knocking at your door. Please don't drive me away. Please don't drive me away. I'm a beggar, don't drive me away. I'm a beggar, don't drive me away. Here we go. Lord, you know I am poor, but I'm knocking at your door. Please don't drive me away. I've been weary, don't drive me away. weary, don't drive me away. Lord, you know I am poor, but I'm knocking at your door. Please don't drive me away. Next one is I've been lonesome. I've been lonesome, don't drive me away. I've been lonesome, don't drive me away. Lord, you know I am poor, but I'm knocking at your door. Please don't drive me away. I've had hard times. I've had hard times, don't drive me away. I've had hard times, don't drive me away. Lord, you know I am poor, but I'm knocking at your door. Please don't drive me away. I'm a beggar. I'm a beggar. Don't drive me away. I'm a beggar. Don't drive me away. Lord, you know I am poor, but I'm knocking at your door. Please don't drive me away. Thanks for singing with us.
Yeah. It was so beautiful. What a haunting, wonderful song. You know, and it kind of reminds me, there's a folk song called 900 Miles. And when you started playing, I thought that the chord progression and the da 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 da, it's the same as 900 Miles. So anyway, it was really cool. It goes someplace else. But anyway, thank you for that. So since you guys are here playing for us, I want to properly introduce you. So we have Rachel Bell and Becky Tracey, who make up Eloise and Company, which you can see in their name there. And I just want to read you a little bit about Rachel and Becky. Now, Rachel was on a few weeks ago with Karen Axelrod, so it's really super duper great to have her back. She plays a lot for concerts, contra dances, and French ball folk dances, which we'll find out more a little bit later. And of course, English country dances and workshops and festivals. She's just published a book of her new tunes, and I would recommend everyone to go to her website, which is rachelbellmusic.com. It's an amazing, wonderful website, and there's everything on there. She's written wonderful tunes, Celtic and French and English from New England. And she also works with children through Crabapple Jam Music, sharing music with them and bringing the joy of music to all of these children. So I think if I was a child, I would also want to learn music from Rachel. So congratulations. Becky has played fiddle for a long time. Her grandparents were actually active in the dance community in Boston in the 1930s. So long time at NEFA, and her parents met through dancing, so she has a huge dancing background for her. She began playing contra dancing in Maine, and because she had early classical music training, she was able to take her classical music training and really use it to infuse the contra dance and all sorts of other kind of dance playing that she plays. She learned fiddle styles from Brendan Mulvihill and Eugene O'Donnell and French-Canadian music. She's been a fiddle player with the dance bands. Now I'm all getting all verklempt here. Hold on. With the Nightingale and all sorts of bands, and of course with Rachel. So it's really, really super duper to have both of you here playing with us tonight. And I know that you're working on a recording, so I invite you to play your first dance set for us, and so that we can enjoy all your great music.
Great. So should we do a little
footsteps or
yeah.
We're going to start off with a hanterdro, which is a type of a dance from Brittany.
Yeah.
And the footsteps are very simple. So we can even show you just like with our hands. I mean, you would do this with your feet, presumably, but I'm strapped into an accordion. So, oh, look, there's your feet, Becky. Yay. Oh, yeah, there's some feet. Okay, so left, right, 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 left, right. That's all there is to it. So these are a couple of traditional hanterdros.
great set. Thank you. My gosh, that was fantastic. Wow, you guys.
Thank you.
So I'm assuming this is from your new recording, your album that you're recording.
Right. This concert is coming at the perfect time for us. We're going into the studio in less than a week and a half, and so we're at the final stages of pulling everything together and make sure it's all working right. And so that is going to be on the new recording. Yeah. And the idea is that it's going to be a recording of entirely a ball folk evening. So you could put the recording on and dance all your favorite French dances, like a mazurka. That was the hunter dro. We played a Scottish earlier. So all different kinds of dances. We'll tell you what they are as we go along.
No, can you tell us a little bit about this style and these tunes? Because I know I've never heard about ball folk, so maybe I'm the only person in the world, but I would love to know more about that, and I'm sure other people will too. So can you talk about that a little bit?
So it's ball folk it's a French style of dance, or more broadly European. It does kind of pull in all kinds of different European influences, and it's really popular in France and around Europe. And much to our delight, it's getting really popular in the States. In fact, there's like a really vibrant ball folk scene that's been growing in Washington, D.C., of course, on pause right now because of the pandemic. But that's been really exciting for us because we have loved playing this music for years, and it's really wonderful that people are dancing this stuff a little more around here now. It's a real mix, I think one of the things we love about it is it's a real variety. There are couple dances, and there are like circle dances and line dances. There are really lively dances. There are dances that are very like meditative and trancey. So it's kind of covers all the bases.
Yeah, the tunes that you played, some of them felt very hypnotic in a sense. Mm-hmm. With short phrases, but that felt very hypnotic and sort of beautiful, and like you could just get into the trance of the music, which I think we all want to get into the trance of the music. So where are you recording this, making the recording?
We're recording it at my home studio
in her backyard.
Yeah, which is if I were to sell the house, the person buying it would think that my studio would make a really good garage. But it's much more insulated than that.
Yes. I'm sure. How great that you guys have built that out there for you to be able to record. That's really wonderful.
Yeah, it's a great place to have for us, for sure.
Excellent. And Rachel, your book of tunes has come out, I believe. People have been posting that.
It's finally out. Yeah, it's been really fun. Just in the last 2 days, I've gotten this flood of messages from people and photos of people like showing me their book. My favorite actually was I got a couple of people who took photos of their book beside their cat. And that was like worth doing the book just for that, to get cat photos with my book there. So it's been really exciling.
Well, you can definitely use those photos for publicity for the book.
Yeah.
The cat likes
cat
the book,
publicity.
Who wouldn't like it, right? Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. This is great. We're going to hear more from you guys. So thank you for that great music, and we'll move on. So thank you so much. I would like to introduce our first Messy Kitchen video with Jeff Bary, who is making a chocolate cherry almond tort. So, Galen, please put up the first third of the chocolate cherry almond tort. I can hardly wait.
Hi, welcome to the Messy Kitchen. I'm going to make a chocolate cherry almond tort. Let's take a look at some of the ingredients. Aside from the usual things you would use to bake a cake, like flour and sugar butter, and eggs, there are a couple other things that make this cake a little bit different. The first thing that really makes it different are these sour cherries. These are pitted sour cherries, and you can get them at most of your local Middle Eastern grocery stores. Second is the almonds. I use roasted almonds with the skins on. They'll get grated to be included in the batter. Chocolate that will get melted, and a small amount of almond extract, along with a little bit of vanilla. Well, let's get started. This is a piece of semi-sweet chocolate. I need about 6 ounces. Turn on the scale. This piece weighs 9 1/8. So we need about 2/3 of this. Six ounces. Put it in here. Probably put in the microwave for about a minute or so. While that's melting, we can grind the almonds.
Oh, so I guess that's the end of our first part of the cooking video. So thank you, Jeff. So how did you learn, Jeff, are you here? How did you learn to make this recipe?
This is a recipe that I've been making for about 30 years. In my cookbook, where the recipe is, I make a check mark each time I make it, and if I don't have it here, but I have about 40 check marks. It's like the page is covered with chocolate, and it's definitely my family's favorite. This is the cake they want for their birthday.
Well, I'm gonna hit you up on my birthday because already I can tell that it looks really yummy, and I love
Okay,
it. So.
that works. But actually, you can hit me up on David's birthday instead.
Okay. It's an inside joke because David and I have the same birthday, so just so you all know. Anyway, so we look forward to seeing the rest, and I'll leave you to your clams on the half shell.
We're all done now. Now it's time for dessert, but the cake's all done.
Okay, good. We'll enjoy. We'll see more later.
Okay.
So now it's time for a message from our sponsor, Oompa, the Order of Musical Professionals and Heroes. And I think, Rachel, you'll especially appreciate this video. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Bach on a button accordion, played by Vitos Gonzalez. And Dominique, who knows this accordionist, will tell us a little bit about the piece. And especially there was all this chatter. What Bach piece was it? So Dominique, tell us.
All right. Well, the piece is Chip was the closest. It's the English Suite, the prelude to number 5 in E minor.
Excellent.
And Vitor is, I don't know if he's on with us right now, but he's an amazing musician. He came over to study, get his master's in jazz piano about 8 years ago from Brazil. He could have taught any faculty here. He was already a consummate professional in Rio. And I've played a lot of choro with him, but mostly as a student, and I've started to play some sessions with him recently. And we were at a session and he was playing this, and he was so tired. That's where we got the oompa from a couple weeks ago, where he was, the squirrel thing, if you saw that one. So he said we could use it, but he wanted to redeem himself and said, please, can you play the full version and put it on your show so people don't see me just, messing up. So, yeah, it's really great to have him in town. If you ever get to see him, run to the gig. It's Vitor Gonçalves. He's all over the city.
Why don't you write his name in the chat so
I
people
will.
can see it? Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for sharing that with us. That was really quite wonderful. And I think Bach would be very proud to know that his that a piece of his was played on the accordion. So that was great. Thank you so much.
Sure.
So I would like to take a moment to remind everyone that they can make a donation directly to CDNY to support this show, as well as other CDNY music and dance programs, which hopefully will be starting up very, very soon in person. The link will be put into the chat, so if you can, give generously and give often to CDNY, which CDNY supports musicians and dancers and dance callers, so please do that. Now we have a moment, an elegy actually that Dominique wrote in honor of George Floyd, which today is the anniversary of his killing. So we thought it would be appropriate to hear this elegy, and I know that Galen has the recording for all of us to listen to and enjoy and reflect. So thank you, Galen. That was beautiful, Dominique. Thank you so much. And I see that while you were recording, you were checking the time to make it exactly the right time, the length. So that was really super, super moving. And so thank you so much for sharing that with us, for composing it and sharing that very moving work with us. So thank you very much.
And thanks for the opportunity. I was going to do another oompa, but something just told me to get better at sharing my stuff, so I'm sharing my stuff.
Share your stuff, man. Spread the love. That's what I say. Don't hide behind a bushel.
Right, exactly. Share your light.
Share your light, exactly. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So, from the sublime to the ridiculous, well, not the ridiculous, but we're back in the messy kitchen with Jeff, and we're going to see the second half of making his tort. So let's watch this video of Jeff continuing this baking process in the messy kitchen.
Doesn't take much to grind the almonds. Put them in the food processor with the sharp blade. It's getting there. Don't want to grind them too fine, otherwise you end up making almond butter. These are about what you're looking for, maybe just a little bit more. First thing is to cream the butter and sugar. I'll add 6 ounces of butter, a stick and a half of butter. Two-thirds of a cup of plain sugar. And flavorings. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract. Creamed together, I'll add the eggs one at a time until they're fully mixed. The chocolate and then the almonds. Finally, 2/3 of a cup of flour.
Okay, well, that certainly looks easy enough for all of us to be able to do. Jeff, that looks really, really good. I have a KitchenAid mixer like that too, and I have that little thing that goes on the side, but I never really knew how to use it, to use it to be able to put the ingredients into a spinning mixer. So thank you for that. So I can hardly wait to see how it turns out. And maybe if you're eating it tonight, you can show us all the end result. So we'll see afterwards.
Are you kidding?
We had it a few days ago for our nephew's birthday.
Oh, it's all gone?
It's all gone. It went very quickly.
That's sorry.
Bummer. Well,
Yeah.
Good for you guys. I'm glad. All right, so I'd like to call Becky and Rachel back to play another set of lively music for us. So play us some tunes, you guys.
I'm sorry, I don't think we can play right now. We're too busy drooling after watching that.
I know, right?
Oh boy, looks delicious. Mazurka? Yeah.
So we're going to play a mazurka. This is another French bell folk type tune that is like a waltz, but it has kind of a pause and kind of a missing footstep. And this is a tune that I wrote for Becky called Haven, for my safe place person. You can think of your safe place person or people while you listen to this and while you maybe waltz or mazurka.
Great tune. Oh my
Thank you,
gosh.
everyone.
Thank
That was
you.
so great. And it's such a pleasure, you know, to see people who play together, who really enjoy each other while they play and enjoy listening
do.
to each other, right? You know, you can
Yeah.
really feel the love between the two of you, and that's really a beautiful thing, and it's reflected in the music and in the playing. So you probably, I don't even know if you think about that, but definitely.
Yes, we do. It feels very nice.
Yeah.
So we have another sort of faster set of tunes that we'd like to play.
Absolutely. Please do.
Great.
Bourrées. We like to call these Is that what we're doing? Bores?
Bores?
We like to call these the industrial bores. They're just traditional tunes, but well, you'll see they sound
see why.
sort of that way. Yeah.
Whoa, those two were so great. And everyone was trying to figure out what industrial meant, but if those are industrial berets, then we all want to buy them. We all want them. That was fantastic. I'm gonna post on the chat both of your websites so people can really have them, so everybody can know. And I would assume that when the album is out, ready to be released, you will have that on your both your websites, I would imagine.
We will.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes, excellent, because I can see that people are chomping at the bit. All of them want to buy this already. So you've enticed us all. I have to ask you an unrelated thing that you mentioned to me, that you both walked during the pandemic a lot together, and that you probably walked from here to Denver. You could have walked from here to Denver or Salt Lake City. So tell us about that adventure for you during this time.
Well, we needed something to do.
Coping mechanisms.
Mechanisms for the pandemic, and our governor at the very beginning was encouraging everybody to get out, into the country and get your exercise. So we took him seriously, and we went out into the woods and onto back country roads and all over town, and we really have learned more about where we live, or I have, in this past year than I've been living here 25 years, and I know so much more. So we have some of our favorites that we go back and visit again and again, but then we are exploring all the time in backwoods. And
yeah, it just like kept going. It was like we started out just like kind of walking around town, and then we just kept exploring more and more, and then it turned into snowshoeing and like hiking further and further out, and it's been
right. And the snowshoeing brought us into these wooded areas and old county roads that go places that we just never knew that they existed, and that we were even allowed to be on them. And so we found old cellar holes and all kinds of cool stuff. Really, really fun times.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
It's what you would call a silver lining.
Yeah, in fact.
Exactly.
One of those damn silver linings, but this is a real one.
They call it making a silk purse out of a sow's ear, right?
Yeah.
How great that you were, really took that opportunity to really explore, and now your area so much better. So that's just really fantastic. So, how cool! Well, thank you for playing those berets for us. Those were very, very exciting, and I've posted your websites in the chat. So everybody, please go there and mark those so you can keep track of what's going on. Well, we have one more video where we can find out the final works of this messy kitchen tort.
Oh boy.
So, I know, so we're all chomping at the bit, salivating, ready for this tort. So Galen, play the final video so we can see how it all turns out.
Add half of the batter, and then we'll layer the cherries in between the two halves. The important thing when you put the cherries in is to make sure you give each one a gentle squeeze to make sure there really is no pit in it, because you don't want to bite into the pit. Now the cherries, start around the outside, give each one a little squeeze, and then we carefully cover up the cherries with the remaining batter. Into the oven it goes for about 50 minutes. Okay, it's been in the oven for 50 minutes. Should be done. I'll check it. Oh yeah, that looks good. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is done. Look at this toothpick. Nice and clean. Next up, let it cool, and then we can dust it with some powdered sugar. Put the birthday cake candles on it. And now, before we do the whipped cream, we'll put a little powdered sugar. You can't serve this cake without whipped cream. Ice cream, whipped cream is the way to go. I'm going to whip a full pint of cream. So let's take a look at this. So we pour the cream in. Most importantly, we have some framboise. Throw in some framboise. And some orange flavored liqueur. I'm using triples, that could be Cointreau or Grand Marnier. And then we'll whip it. Yeah, I put the bowl and the beaters in the freezer. Otherwise, if you were to do this in a warm bowl, you'd be making butter.
All right, Jeff, you are absolutely making my birthday cake next year. Absolutely. There's no question.
The only thing, we unmuted? Yeah, the only thing is that it has alcohol, dairy, wheat, nuts, and chocolate. So that should cut down on the number of people who might want to eat it.
Well, fortunately, I'm not in that list, so I can eat all of those things. So
Excellent.
I know. You should post that recipe on the CDNY Facebook page.
I will. It's out of the Made a Hatter chocolate desserts book, but I will post it.
Okay, yeah. Because I think there's a bunch of people here who would love to try to make that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a arts and crafts project, but it can be done.
Well, anyway, it looked really, really yummy. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, the cherries I picked up at Shoddish on Atlantic Avenue, but you can get them at lots of Middle Eastern groceries or Armenian for Boston area folks. You can get them at Armenian places. And
okay, yeah, I don't really know of any Armenian restaurants. I mean,
no, but
You mean like for Deb Carl?
Like for Deb Carl and other Boston area folks. There's more Armenian places, Armenian grocery stores than there are Middle Eastern or Greek or Turkish, whatever.
Good to know. So anyway, thank you for making that for us. We really appreciate it. All right, so we are getting to the end of our show, which is so sad because we've had such great stuff and really fantastic music. I just like to give you some final look ahead announcements. This Saturday, May 29th, from 2 to 3 is a virtual concert called Vermont Friends with Karen Axelrod, Naomi Morris, and Anna Patton. So I know it's going to be an amazing concert, and I think that Naomi is on the call here. Naomi, do you want to talk about this concert at all? I don't want to put you on the spot, but I am.
Hi, folks. We are going to play about an hour's worth of English tunes, and the majority of the tunes have some connection to New York City. They're either written by a New York caller or choreographer, mostly that. Yeah, so we're really excited to play together. We're going to be playing on Karen's porch. So I hope you can join us.
Excellent. So if you're in the Karen's porch area, you can hop on over to her yard, I guess, and sit there and listen to live music. And if not, you can hear the concert live on the CDNY Facebook page. This event is sponsored by CDNY, but you can also make donations to the artists directly on the event. So that's this Saturday at 2 o'clock from 2 to 3. And then next Thursday, Paul Ross is leading a CDNY country dance lore based on Cecil Sharp in his own words. So Paul, would you like to tell us a little bit about that event?
Sure. Hello, everyone, and thank you, Cynthia. Well, this event is sort of an updated version of something we did back in 2009, which was the 150th anniversary of the birth of Cecil Sharp. Then, of course, we did a dance and we read passages from his country dance book to get a flavor of his language and a sense of the huge lift, the amazing work he did in reconstructing the English country dance for modern aficionados. And this time we'll do it with just the readings, but also some very good video of Dargison perhaps, and Picking Up Sticks, dances that Sharp reconstructed. So hope to see you there.
Yes, thank you so much. That sounds so interesting. So everyone, that will be next Thursday at 7:30. The link is on the Country Dance New York CDNY.org website, or you can also watch it Facebook Live on the CDNY Facebook page. So either one of those ways, 7:30 next Thursday. Is there anything else? Oh, and then 2 weeks from tonight, we have another CDNY Live, and we will be featuring Hold the Mustard with Barbara Greenberg, Daniel Birnbaum, and Kathy Talvity. So that's going to prove to be a really wonderful evening. So you have a lot of CDNY events to attend in the next couple of weeks, and you can find everything of the schedule on cdny.org. Let's see. Anyway, so I'd like to thank our wonderful musicians, Rachel Bell and Becky Tracey, our messy kitchen chef, Jeff Bary, Dominique Gagne for sharing her beautiful George Floyd piece, and our accordionist for sharing his beautiful accordion playing. I'd like to thank our producers, Annie Eden, Dominique Gagne, and Country Dance New York, and special thanks to our technical director, Galen Kirkpatrick, and our video editor, Jeff Bary. And of course, many thanks to all of our donors and sponsors at CDNY.org. Now it's time for our final dance party. I know that Becky and Rachel have some great tunes for us. If you feel like dancing and moving to these great tunes, because how could you not feel like dancing and moving, I encourage you to. And thank you all so much for coming, and take it away, Becky and Rachel.
So should we let's see. Should we end with two tunes?
Sure.
Is that all right?
Sure.
So we have a fast waltz. This is called Café Decarin. I wrote this for my cousin Karen, who is not Karen Axelrod, just to avoid any confusion. Karen Axelrod should be my cousin, or could be my cousin, but she's not. And this is for my cousin Karen Bell.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was great. That was great. Is there another tune, or those were both of them?
That was one tune.
Are you going to play another one?
We have one more if you'd
One
like
more
it.
set of tunes. We're gonna we'll end with a tune that sort of embodies the idea of favorite things. And after one of we love to rehearse. That's one of the things about us. And after one of our very, very long rehearsals, Rachel had to write a tune, and so she named it.
Good luck, Becky.
Rehearsal.
Eloise.
Oh, all right. Gotta back up. Eloise
rehearsal.
Okay.
Induce.
Yes.
Keep going.
Euphoria. Wish I could bottle this stuff. And I said, that's way too long. So we call it Bottle This Stuff. And it's a bourrée in two, but we also call it a bop. So have fun bopping around.
And next time you have something that is really fun or makes you happy, just like think about putting it in a little bottle and saving it for later, keeping it with you.
Now we're going to let it out of the bottle right now.
Thank you, Becky and Rachel. That was so
Thanks, everybody.
wonderful and joyous. Thank you so, so much. Definitely should not be locked up in a bottle. It should be out, out, out. Thank you for such a great evening of music. Oh my gosh, I know you brought such joy to so many people tonight. So thank you so, so much.
Well, and thank you for
Thank you for
hosting
having us.
and for all the people who have made this event possible. I know there's a whole crew of you, and we appreciate it.
And now we want almond tort.
Place your orders now. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for attending tonight. Thank you, all the Facebook people who are on. We will be leaving Facebook very, very soon, like right now.